Picture this. A TV show creator threatens to quit over music choices before the pilot even airs.
He refuses to budge, and that decision, it changes everything.
Denim Wrapped Nightmares and In Defense of Fandom present the Supernatural Music Extravaganza.
For 15 seasons, Supernatural wasn't just a show about two brothers hunting monsters.
Whether you're a longtime fan or you've never seen an episode, this is about the power of music to transform storytelling.
And how music creates community, saves lives, and builds legacies that outlast the final episode.
Find the Supernatural Music Extravaganza. Visit our Linktree at SPN20. That's SPN20.
What up, everybody? Happy end of 2025. Thank God, the year that just seemingly would never end. If it was a great year for you, awesome. If it wasn't, and you're one-eyed like me for the last 5 months or whatever, then we're all probably rejoicing right now. But it was a good year for TV and movies, and today's episode is going to be our best of TV and movies 2025. So go ahead, like, subscribe, share, follow anywhere that you find us on podcast platforms, YouTube, social media, all that good stuff. We are there, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday, Hanukkah, Christmas. Kwanzaa's kicked off. If that is what you're celebrating. We are hopsgeeknews, Matt and Lauren, and yeah, man, we're back. It feels like we haven't courted in a little bit. It's been a couple weeks. I went on a Disney cruise. I went down to Lauren. We drank many a beers. I loved life on Mickey Mouse. Almost didn't make it on the boat. That was a scary moment because of my eyeball. Go figure. But got on the boat. Really enjoyed the Disney cruise, man. Oh my God. I cannot say enough about Disney cruises. Like, that was my second one this year. We did the Magic this year. Last year we did the Dream from Barcelona to England. And then this one was just a maritime cruise on the Wish. And, you know, Lauren had done that boat twice this summer. It was my first time on the Wish, and I liked it a lot. I liked the bayou, the way the layout is on the boat. I'm going to talk about this real quick because I want to gush about Disney for a second. I really enjoyed the layout of the boat on the Wish, the way the bayou was kind of in the middle and it was open on either side. It has the hyperspace bar right next to it. You know, you really, you did a great job selling it, but even then I wasn't ready for what I saw. Like, do you have a favorite boat so far that you've been on? Is the Wish one of your favorites?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, I did love the Wish because it had the hyperspace lounge. Like, that is very, very unique. Like, obviously, you know, they have other great bars on the other boats, but that's the only bar that is truly like themed to like Disney.
Yeah.
Like, all the rest of them, they keep it like subtle. Like, they'll have like the Dumbo bar with the bubbles all over the wall, like from the scene where he gets drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And so they
yeah.
keep it like, you know, they keep it subtle. So I kind of like that this is like in your face. You're very surrounded. Like, I wish they had a Marvel bar. Like, I feel like we should get a Ravagers bar at
Oh, that would be
I think
awesome.
that would be cool. But so, I mean, yeah, you could say this is definitely Josh's favorite boat. I also love the adult section. I think is way better on this boat because you have the pool is like
the pool's in the
right
very
at
back of the boat. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you can like literally like hang like over it, and you feel like you're at the edge of the boat. And the bartenders straight up bring you the drinks in the pool. There's no kids around. There's seats in there. You can stand. You can kind of swim, but not really.
Yeah, no, it's more of just all the pools there I feel like are really built to just sit and chill. Even the kids' pools, it feels like there's a bunch of smaller circular pools to where there's not a lot of room to swim. I guess.
I feel like you could have swam in that one if nobody else was in it. But I mean, the time I spent in it was like
anyways, like
full of drunk adults. Yeah.
Well, I do like this boat. It does feel like this boat is more geared towards adults. They did a lot of 18 and up, you know, trivias. Bingo was awesome. I liked the Luna, which is themed after the Globe, Shakespeare's Globe, which I thought was cool. And then I put
that together, and I was at Shakespeare's Globe a year ago.
We both went there and everything, you know, and
we were inside of it. I stood there 3 hours.
And
do not recommend.
I really liked the outdoor. I didn't really even go outdoors too much. I mean, I went upstairs a bit. Yeah. Well, the first day I look out, it was raining, so we came back and I ended up sick. So I was in bed all day that day, which kind of was nice because we had a balcony. And so it was nice and, you know, natural light coming in. Of course, I love the blankets that they have, and it felt like there's more space. And we were at the very back of the boat, which I liked a lot. The waves were a little rough the first couple of days too.
Because you've never left out of Port Canaveral. That's probably why. Because you're going over that stream where Dexter would dump his bodies.
Oh yeah.
Take it up north. That's what you were going over. So the first night when you leave Cape Canaveral is sometimes a little rough. Not always, but sometimes.
Well, it was just like windy as can be, anyways, up the entire coast, I guess. So it was a little rougher than normal, but it was still fun. The food was great. The Marvel restaurant on there was my favorite, of course.
Yes, and that's on all the new ship. That one,
yeah. Oh my God. I just, Ant-Man talking about Thanos and going up his, it was fun. I was shocked they would put that at a family restaurant.
I knew Paul Rudd knew of that theory because I've heard him mention it in an interview and have to like explain it to somebody else what it was. But I didn't actually think that was like canon to the MCU, that theory was put out there. It's so ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was awesome, but ridiculous. And what I mean, the quantum stuff that they did there, Spider-Man came running throughout the ship on there, which I thought was really cool. They had Marvel, like Spider-Man and Black Panther and Ant-Man and Wasp were at the kids club. The kids club was great and interactive with the iPads and stuff.
Actually, can take the slide down, and that slide goes. Did you go down the slide?
I didn't go down the slide. The kids are going down the slide. I am probably too big for that slide.
I went down the slide, and you fly down that slide pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it, man. And I really enjoyed the ballroom entry too. It was very big and open, and there's I will say that the only thing that like detracted was the first night I went. We're all separated or whatever. I think Harper's actually getting her Bibbidi Boppity boutique done, and so I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the opening of the mainsail, which their stores on this one were kind of disappointing. To be honest, like they just had the mainsail, then the other ones are the bougie ones you can go to, and I think the Dream and the Magic had a pretty good side.
I mean, honestly, there's only a handful of things that are cruise specific. The rest you can get at the park.
That makes sense.
When you're a pass holder and you get 20% off at the parks, it's like, eh. But then they were saying, because Josh was like, oh, why don't you get a Pandora charm on this ship? And I'm like, because I can get 20% off at the parks.
Yeah,
why would I do that? But then the lady's like, well, you're gold, so you get 10% off. And then I guess some of the items aren't taxed.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's cool. I mean, it kind of evens out. But the thing that kind of turned me off was the amount of adults that were like borderline fighting over the red Spirit jersey that they only had like
such a magical time of year.
10 of. I feel it was a night. I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm excited. It really
shines this time of year.
I look at it. I was debating if I wanted to grab. I should have just grabbed one because I love Spirit jerseys. But these people are grabbing 4 at a time off of the thing and just climbing on top of each other. It was
signs
nuts
everywhere, like Max 2 that you can buy with a lot of things.
No, not there. They didn't have signs. They were grabbing. Oh, it was kind of just Spirit of Christmas. There you go. But overall, it was great. It was a good time. I liked the Little Mermaid show.
Frozen
awesome.
restaurant is great. Yeah, the Little Mermaid show is good. And then the Aladdin one's really good because
I didn't see the Aladdin.
Hilarious. So if you do go on it again, or anybody else is interested, the Aladdin show, the genie breaks the fourth wall the whole time. So he's constantly calling out the cruise ships and Mickey and making fun of everything. I think at one point they're like, "Oh wait, we don't own that one yet," and so it's fantastic. The genie's great because he's on more than one boat, and so sometimes.
Oh yeah, I saw that genie at one of the things.
Yeah, but they always have him being, full on Robin Williams. It's good.
Yeah. I kept losing in tiebreakers though at trivias. We did a movie quotes trivia, lost in a tiebreaker. Marvel trivia went for 20 for 20, lost in a tiebreaker. I won
Marvel on the ship.
Well, I went 20 for 20, man, with Oliver. We lost in a tiebreaker. And then Oliver and I played the family game show. And
my tiebreaker was Black Panther's first appearance.
Oh, well, see, ours was, the 14 million possibilities. It was 14 million and 5. I said 14 million. So I lost by 2, whatever.
I don't think I would have gotten that one at all.
I'm mad as hell, though, because during the family game show, Oliver and I were tied. We went into it, but they gave this family she said she wanted the Golden Oaks house. He put beach house. 2 different things. The daughter even said she was wrong. Or he was wrong, and they gave them the answer anyway.
That's for trivia though, because like you didn't even know what Golden Oaks.
Well, no, it was not. It was what is her dream house, and so he put a beach house, but her dream house was a Golden Oaks house. So it was
Golden Oaks is not anywhere near the beach.
I know, but they gave them the point, and so we lost in a tiebreaker. Anyways, it's Disney, man. We're there for fun, and it was a good time. I loved it. I recommend it. Can't wait for the Destiny. Hopefully, we can go on, but let's go into what we've been reading or watching. I'm just going to kind of go over this real quick. Just some comic books. Stranger Things, of course. We're getting ready. We watched that.
We'll have to do a recap after the finale.
Yeah, we'll do our thoughts on the entire season 5 after the finale. We did the first part. We just don't have time right now with in between holidays. Lauren's going to go bury herself in snow. I can't wait to see how that turns out for them because they just got a snowstorm yesterday, actually.
Last night, yeah.
The Northeast just got hammered with a
Well,
wicked
everyone in the
snowstorm.
Discord is like, "Oh, you'll be fine, just a jacket and pants." And I'm like, "We've had to leave Disney before when it was 60 degrees because my kids were freezing and we had jackets and jeans on."
I mean, I think you guys will be fine, but
I want everybody to be comfortable enough that we don't have to leave anything early because everybody's freezing. That's my concern. But yeah, so I will report back on if we survive. So you said I need to read Planet She-Hulk. I've been hearing good things.
Planet She-Hulk was really good. Planet She-Hulk 2, she's battling for the fate of Sakaar. DC, I've read a bunch of Scar.
Lion King crossover I was unaware of.
DC has been great. God, their fight month was crazy. Red Hood and Joker kind of rubbed me wrong about the finish, but Zatanna and Harley was awesome. You had Lex Luthor versus the Demon, which was great. DC KO2, like all of it was awesome. And then Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman, they both crossed over in Absolute Wonder Woman, which they have a lot of really fun chemistry in that book. It's probably my favorite iteration of those two first meeting. Diana is amazing. I really love the vibe that they went for that. Continues in, number 16. Daredevil and Punisher is great. It's basically, Daredevil hunting down Punisher, being like, dude, what's wrong with you? And Punisher being like, your methods don't work. I'm going to kill everybody. And it's a really, really
he would
time.
never do that.
Yeah,
that
no,
like Punisher at all.
It's a great time. And then last I did Sisterhood, a Hyde Street story. It finally wrapped up.
That's the last one. Okay, I need to read that.
And it was good. I liked how it's not very much of a happy ending in this story. Most horror movies, maybe there's a happy ending, but this one was not exactly a happiest of endings.
Really?
As it went out. So I can't wait to see what your thoughts are for that. And then, I'm sure I've read some other stuff, but I can't really remember. We watched, all the Christmas movies. Somebody on the Mickey boat saw my Turbo Man shirt and he was like European. So it was hilarious. He goes, "Oh, it's Turbo Man." And I don't know if he's German or what, but he was super pumped. And
maybe he was just doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. Maybe he's Austrian.
No, he was legit like European. So it was awesome to see, but that's what I had going on. What kind of things have you gotten into reading wise and all that jazz?
And all that jazz. So Rockefellers and Hornsby and Halo both dropped on Christmas Eve. Those are both part of Ghost Machine and the Family Odyssey. Hornsby and Halo is definitely kicked it up a notch. They did a good job of like making these characters fleshed out, and like they had to make some decisions this week that are going to change the course of what's coming. So that's fun. And then Rockefellers, the future is catching up with them. So this is a family from like the 25th century, but they're living in 2025. But like the sister's basically the bad guy, but she's got a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde going on in her. And there's other stuff happening. And so the dad decides to do something that at first I was like, oh God, is this going to be like a Love Saves the Day? I started to get really worried because
I hate Love Saves the Day stories.
I loathe those. I feel like it's just an easy out. That's part of why I didn't have Thunderbolts higher. So I got a little scared and then they didn't go that way. So I was like, phew. And the way they went, I did not see that coming. And I thought it was really exciting. And I'm excited to read the next issue to see what the consequences are of that and what actually went down. And then Return to Sleepy Hollow also came out. This is essentially a sequel to Tim Burton's movie. So this was issue 2. There's murders going on again in Sleepy Hollow. Ichabod Crane's back. What he doesn't know, though, is that he sired a love child. And now his love child has got some special powers. So that's going on now. They're trying to solve these murders.
I gotta read
that.
There's
also personal stuff going on as well. And something else I just started. I was actually reading it with my morning coffee. So this is really cool. So Benjamin Percy, who's one of my favorite comic book writers.
Love that guy. Oh, he did. Oh, this is that. Oh, I didn't know that was out yet.
Stephen King, who's one of my favorite authors, is doing this thing called The End Times. So this literally showed up in my mailbox like this. It just looks like a little piece of newspaper. It was not in an envelope or anything. And it's like an apocalyptic future. They keep saying before the Reds. So the Reds came and like there's no real civilization anymore, but they're trying to be civilized. And it is literally a newspaper. And it's like, these are the people we recently hired. Here's an editor's note. Here's a community calendar of things going on. Here's some tips on chopping firewood and keeping firewood. And so I don't know exactly what happened. This is issue 2. So I must have missed issue 1. I thought I would get 1 and 2 together. So I have to figure that out.
I need to.
But it is, it's pretty cool because it's literally just like one giant newspaper here.
That's awesome.
And,
I've been
and then
seeing
on the back,
that.
they have little cartoons and everything.
That's old school feeling. I dig it. I dig that a lot.
It is really cool. I thought I ordered 1 and 2. I guess I just ordered 2. So now I have to go back. But it comes like monthly. They'll mail them to you. Like you can do like
that's cool.
Yeah. So that's what I've been reading.
Speaking of, I want to shout out Epic Comics real quick because when I obviously missed New Comic Book Day and didn't get to do the Marvel reviews where I typically would have. So we went to Epic Comics when I was there visiting you. And they hooked me up. They were able to. There was no more issues of Planet She-Hulk 2, and there was one more. I can't remember what it was. I think it was. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, he was able to find a copy. Like he pulled it out of like his box or something, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna order another one because it's his brother's." Sorry,
I had him do that for me before.
Yeah,
like,
and so he did.
Fine, I'll get it when I come back in. I'm like,
it was
I don't
awesome.
know how to do that.
Dude, you didn't have to do that, but he did, and it was amazing. I love that comic shop. I do wish it was like one of my local ones because they're incredible people there, and we've recorded there too. So, Epic Comics, man, in Florida or Orlando, go check them out, man. Check them out. But
Waterford.
we do have some news. What news?
Not too much.
There's just a couple pieces of news.
So if you're sad Stranger Things is ending, there are some novels and comics that are in the works, so you can keep living in the Upside Down. Okay. There's a guest on live action coming, but it's a different actor, so I have no idea what the story is going to be.
What's the story? Is it how he turned into an a-hole and then became a creepy borderline misogynist? Or not borderline, he's a very big misogynist, but all right. Everybody gets a live action. You get a live action. You get a live action. Moana's got a live action already.
Jesus. I don't know that we really need his character fleshed out.
I don't think we need. Okay. I'm just gonna speak.
So, Ghost Machine has another comic run coming out. Money Can't Buy Everything will come out in June 2026. I still don't know when First Ghost is going to happen.
Yeah, when it's First Ghost coming, man. Like,
I don't know.
I'm tired of waiting on First Ghost. That's been my most anticipated Ghost Machine for like 2 years. Same. Since we did MegaCon like 23 or something. I've been waiting. Or is it what the hell, man?
Probably 2020. Yeah, But I feel like we first heard about it in 2023, and then I remember people like saying like, "Oh, Ghost Machine just announced First Ghost." I'm like, no, they announced that like a year ago.
Yeah, we check our social medias at Chowdaheads. We've teased it with a cool Brad Meltzer freaking video and everything, even because he was like, only you in the room, and we did. Come on, man, we've known about it. I'm just waiting. Whatever. I did go see that SpongeBob movie, by the way. I took the kids on Christmas Eve.
We don't need to talk about that.
No, but I just want to preface: if any parents are thinking about taking your kids, I love SpongeBob, but why the hell was Patrick in a black thong half the movie? It was kind of uncomfortable. There was a lot of booty cheeks.
There's his sponge hanging out.
That was Patrick's star. He's a starfish. Patrick was hanging dong a lot of time. All right.
Didn't remind you of Ren and Stimpy?
I guess that's right.
Or Stimpy's ass all the time.
Oh man. Well, yeah, it was. Anyways, yeah. Let's go into our best of 2025. We're gonna start with TV shows. So we are going to hit our favorites of the year 2025. That was all right. TV show time. I didn't really put I have my favorites. I just put a few. TV was harder to do, I guess, because I didn't watch as much TV.
I see. I didn't watch many movies at all.
I think I did. I don't know. Well,
I feel like I just listed the 10 movies I watched this year, and that was that.
I've got like 8 TV shows that I have, I guess, because I mean, I can kind of put them out there. I do know my top 3. I'll tell you my top 3. So, well, the TV shows that I've listed, I've got Alien Resurrection was amazing. I really enjoyed that show. It was diving more into this weird world of the alien universe that James Cameron brought to us all those years ago with Sigourney Weaver, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff. So I think they did announce season 2. It was like an FX Hulu. You can watch it through Disney Plus as well, because they're all one thing anymore. And then, Gen V I thought was really good for season 2. I was kind of in and out, like season 1, whatever, but I sat down, really watched season 2 and enjoyed how they did everything, how they tied it into the larger boys universe. I thought the stuff with, Godolkin and everything was really interesting. It will be very intriguing to see if they do another season after the boys season 5, or they leave those characters, what they do with those characters, really, whatnot. Cause it will, I want more from these characters. I really liked the kids. The kids were great. I didn't necessarily love how they ended, Mary's relationship, but a lot of cool stuff happens. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to necessarily spoil too much. And then I do have Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies is fun. It's a good little animated 4 episodes. I thought that was great. So that one kind of rounds out. And then rounding out before my top 3, I'm going to put Peacemaker. Peacemaker didn't make my top 3 because I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. Loved what they did going into this alternate Earth X where, everybody's a Nazi, but Chris didn't realize it. There's a lot of emotionality
at the top because it left with such a cliffhanger and such it didn't feel finished or wrapped.
Yeah, they're building the DC universe. I thought that was great. We got Lex Luthor cameo in there. We got what's his name, Sydney as well, and they really fleshed out this universe. You really want to beat the hell out of Frank Grillo's, Rick Flag Senior character, and there's a lot of good stuff with Harcourt and Chris himself. And I love that they got Checkmate at the end. That was great. I would love to see a Checkmate Christmas special the way they did with Guardians of the Galaxy after we get maybe Peacemaker back. But going in to my top three. So Daredevil Born Again is number 3. I loved this show. I feel like it would have been better if they didn't have to basically reshoot the first, 6 episodes or something, because Marvel almost really screwed the pooch with what they were trying to do. I love opening where Matt throws Bullseye off the roof. I thought that was great. I would have loved more Karen. The freaking last couple episodes, I wish we would have gotten more Muse, I guess, is a big complaint of mine. I thought
I think
Muse
that was a big complaint of everybody because they built him up really
they
big.
did.
And I agree.
Muse. And then in the comics, I know he's more of a supernatural type character too. So I would have really loved to have seen them dig into that a bit more. But they did, and that's okay. Maybe we'll get him with Mephisto at some point because obviously Mephisto is.
Well, we had Ironheart this year too,
I forgot Ironheart was this year. Actually, Ironheart is in my top 10 easily.
Yeah, and I loved how they ended Ironheart, and I don't want to say it, but it wasn't something I expected. So I don't know what kind of Riri we're going to get. Right, Mephisto's here, but that doesn't say what Riri.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So I'm excited to see how her character evolves from here. Especially considering what happened in, Zombies is a different world, but we saw her in Zombies too. And that was pretty interesting too, because that ended on a cliffhanger with Riri as well.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that was really interesting. And I really, really loved what they did in Ironheart for sure. It wasn't your typical storyline either. And there was, she's very smart. And I would say Ironheart's 5. I'm going to go with Peacemaker at 3 and Alien Resurrection at 4. I'm just going to give you my top 5. So number 2 was Daredevil Born Again. Or I'm sorry, number 3 was that. Number 2 is Andor. Andor was the best Star Wars that we probably have ever gotten that is not the trilogies. And I love Rogue One, and leading into it, it was a spy thriller. It's exactly what it should have been in the Star Wars universe. Leading into, the massacre was absolutely just well done and sad. And then, knowing that we ended it almost on a bit of hope, but then days later, Cass is going to be dead was really sad to see at the same time. It was beautiful. It was what a spy thriller in the Star Wars universe should be. I mean, we had those Coruscant scenes and the way that he rescued Mon Mothma, but then they had to kind of wishy-washy. You didn't do it, like the ghost, and you didn't really do it. We had to go ahead and basically she gave her beautiful speech. Oh my God. But they had to make it so they couldn't shout out Andor. So they gave him to Hera and the Ghost crew, because in Rebels. So I thought that was a bit of clever writing themselves out of a hole and stuff there. But I love how well they tied stuff in Star Wars.
Yeah. But I love how well they tied in Rebels, and then literally Andor just goes straight into Rogue One. It doesn't skip a beat at all. And it's you've now, because Andor comes across as kind of like a dick at the beginning of Rogue One, and then it makes more sense when you just see that straight transition.
It's also, oh my God, so sad. He had a kid and he never knew that. And it was,
I was going to say, I was trying to not spoil that, and I was going to try to beat around the bush, but yeah, I would like to see that kid in the future.
Sorry, kids. We're spoiling. All right. I hope we do. And I'm
trying not to spoil. I've had more than one person tell us they had to turn our podcast off because you were about to spoil something.
Oh, really? Why did you tell me this? I'm sorry, guys.
They're like, oh yeah,
come on, man. The show's been
out
like
talk
a year.
About something I haven't seen, so I left. Yeah, but a lot of people don't prioritize.
Okay, all right. I apologize. Now that I know this, yell at me. It's not Lauren's fault. It's my fault. I will go ahead and be better.
I just saw your fulcrum symbol.
Oh yeah,
you got your Ahsoka.
I got my Her Universe
outfit on. Nice.
My Her Universe shirt. Oh, this is the most comfortable hoodie next to my Roosevelt's performance hoodies that I might own now. I've been living in this for like 2 days. Soft. This is her quick plug for Her Universe. I thought my Roosevelts were the most comfortable things ever, which they still are. But Her Universe, I didn't really realize they did men's stuff the way that they did, and this the hoodie.
Well, it's his universe. She has Her Universe, his universe, and our universe.
My hood. Oh, is it inside out?
Like you're trying to strangle yourself with your hood.
Maybe I am. I think my hood's inside. Nope, there it is. It's got the things inside or outside. I think.
Right. The little Ahsoka symbols.
My sweatshirt's inside out. That's an embarrassing way to find out. Anyways, yeah, my number one, It. Welcome to Derry.
Ooh, oh my God. I added that song to my favorites playlist.
Such a catchy freaking tune, man.
It's
HBO
so
kills
catchy.
it.
And it's a real song, which is even more crazy because it's such a dark song. Because it's like the more I show my toothy grin, the smaller my worries grow. It's like mask your pain, just smile it away.
And yeah,
it's a real song written by
crazy
little girls or sung by little girls.
Well, like we play the video with it, and it's just like everybody
So
massacring each other and things
never
like that, right?
Intro ever.
I do think we need a Emmys. You know how there's best score for movies? I think we need something like that for television, where
this isn't even a score. It's like if
well,
you just pick
introduction. I'm saying
song.
like HBO is perfect with their intro music.
Yeah. Peacemaker and Welcome to Derry killed it.
Peacemaker, Welcome to Derry. I mean, Game of Thrones has a pretty good, introductions and stuff like that. Like they kill it, and so I want best.
That's a score. So you need best score versus best like placement of picking a random song to go with your show.
I'm sure we can figure it out. All right. But
we are on the awards committee.
We are actually. I really
add it to the Cheersies for next year.
Oh, there we should make our own, right?
Yeah.
I loved the fact that they really dug into Pennywise lore in this and really got weird with it too. I saw some people complaining about that fact, but no, this show rips so hard. That's my number one, man. I'm going to throw it to Lauren while I fix my sweatshirt real quick. And why don't you go down your list?
So there's a couple that you didn't mention because I think you didn't watch them. One is Pluribus. I just finished that. I'm definitely not going to spoil that. That's a fantastic show. So I'm just going to give some shout outs and then I'll do my top 5. So that's on Apple. So when you get Apple back next month for Shrinking, check that show out. It's Vince Gilligan, the same guy that did Breaking Bad. And the lead, her name's Carol Sturka. I can't remember what her real name is. I think it's Rhea Shehorn. So she's in Better Call Saul. So she's like his main love interest. She's the attorney in that. Well, there's lots of attorneys in that, but so it's
literally a lawyer show. So
something happened, and now everyone in the entire world is one hive mind, except for like 12 people, and she is one of them.
Oh, see, I didn't know what it was about at all. Other than it was like kind of trippy, so that's cool.
So it's very trippy. So she is like, well, but the hive mind says they're very happy. But then you learn more about how the hive mind is functioning and the things they won't do, like they won't kill, so you can't eat meat or anything like that. And so there's certain things they can't do. And then you learn how they're sustaining themselves and like what their goals are, but it's unclear exactly what happened. And obviously she wants the individuality back kind of thing, but it's really cool to see how it goes and some of the decisions she makes. And so it'll go back and forth. It'll start with scenes and it'll be like before this happened. And then it'll show after this happened and it goes back and forth. Really good. The finale last night. I watched the finale last night. It came out the other night. Fantastic. Thomas has actually been doing videos and stuff.
Yeah, he's super into that. Yeah.
So it's fantastic. I highly recommend that. I feel like everything I've watched on Apple.
I have not seen anything from Apple that hasn't been good, so I would agree.
Yeah. Task is on HBO Max. That has a Hulk in it.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo. Yep.
Mark Ruffalo, and it has the guy from Iron Fist in it. Not the immortal Iron Fist, the guy that Ward. It has Ward.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
So that's a fantastic show. It's a task force. So this is what Countdown should have been. It's like Countdown, the show with Jensen Ackles, was like an ABC production is what it felt like, but they were allowed to say fucking shit. HBO's Task was like dark and gritty and really had some stuff going on. It's like Jensen's character in that has like a brain tumor and it doesn't seem to bother him as much as
it's not a tumor.
Whereas like Mark Ruffalo's character personally is going through some very serious stuff while dealing with this task force, but you get to see the human element on both sides. Really good. They're doing a season 2. Sounds like it'll be Mark Ruffalo leading again, but it will most likely be a whole different cast. I'm not sure. Oh, it also had the guy from House of Dragon that is like such a and he pisses you off. So that was a great show that you didn't mention. And Dexter Resurrection.
I didn't watch Task either. So, and I haven't watched those 3, I guess.
And we also got Dead City this year, and we got a season of Daryl Dixon. Both of those were fantastic as well. However, my top 5 are, I did love Welcome to Derry. All the ones you mentioned, I loved. My top 5, actually, number 5 is Task, which is talked about. Number 4 is Eyes of Wakanda, because
that was really good too. Really good. It
was so good. And I love how they weaved it all together, how it made sense in the grand scheme of things with the MCU, how they tied some actual lore and mythology from other things into it. Because if the MCU is anything, it includes Zeus and, so many different mythologies from so many different areas. And they've already depicted more than one like afterlife in the MCU. So it was kind of cool that they continued to do that in the cartoon.
That's cool.
The art was beautiful in it. And I really feel like a lot of people slept on Tales of Wakanda or Tales of Wakanda. I'm combining Star Wars. Eyes of Wakanda.
Star Wars. Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda. And Mark Bernardin actually, believe, worked on that. And you know him from the Kevin Smith. He
did the one with Achilles.
Yeah. It was great. I will absolutely agree with that one. It was a wicked good show.
And shout out to Tales of the Underworld. I actually didn't mention that. That's not on my top 5, but I just said Tales of Wakanda. I was combining the two.
I enjoyed that because we got some massage, man. She's back.
Yes. And they connected Dark Disciple, the book, with Bad Batch. So they explained something. So I love when they fill plot holes. My number 3 was Andor, which we already went into.
Yep.
Number 2 is Daredevil, which we already went into.
Okay.
Number 1 was actually Dexter because I just really enjoyed it because there's that nostalgia element, and I felt like they actually like redeemed themselves more so than they did with the last one.
Oh, you liked it more because they were able to bring back, almost resurrect the show, if you will, in a nice manner.
Properly, yes. And the reason I picked my list was how much I was looking forward to each week and how satisfied I felt.
Smart idea.
It at the end, because it's so hard to narrow these down. And
it is, and there's so much out there, and it's almost
I love
hard
Gen V. I love Peacemaker. This was a fantastic year for TV.
This year for TV was great. There's some TV shows for next year. Are we doing an episode on anticipated TV shows and movies?
We are.
Okay, well then I'm not going to
record that after this, but we may not be.
Yeah, well we're probably not going to be able to do that because I got to carry her some glasses. But yeah, next week is going to be all TV shows and movies that we're anticipated about, so I'm not going to go into that. But let's go into I do have top 10 of movies, and I there's some things on here, your list too, I'm surprised about. So why don't we give, like, going back from 10 to 1, we alternate. What do you got for your number 10 best movie of 2025?
Again, I do want to clarify, I did not watch many movies this year, so I really think I just listed the 10 movies I watched this year. My number 10 is The Naked Gun. It was enjoyable.
I like that movie. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and I really loved that many of these actors I've only seen in serious roles, to see them being like kind of goofballish, like William Stryker was the main character in this. Like, that was fun for me to see that. So and I love having Pamela Anderson come back. Like,
she was great in that. Like, I really enjoyed just how they leaned into the essence and everything. If you've ever seen The Naked Gun, that it's just a zany, off the wall, ridiculous, very fourth wall breaking type stuff. And Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson were great in this movie. I really thought, like, it was good to see her back, and in her new revamped way as well. I loved it. I'm with you 100% there. That's a great movie. Didn't make my top 10, but my number 10
more movies than me.
I did. And I want to preface this as well, because there are some movies that have come out in the last couple months that I have not been able to see yet. First of all, I still have not watched Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out.
I haven't either.
I have not.
It's not on my top 10, so obviously I haven't.
Well, right. I also have not been able to watch One Thing After the Next, which is the Leonardo DiCaprio movie that
I don't know that I want to watch it. I'm kind of like,
I do.
About him.
Carrie doesn't care. Everybody's raving about it. It's on HBO now. I have not been able to watch it yet. And then this movie probably wouldn't make my top 10, but Anaconda just came out, and for some reason,
I do want to see that.
I have been so hyped to see that movie. I don't care if it's not every movie's an Oscar worthy movie. Okay.
They put Baby Got Back in the trailer. I'm
Jack
going to
Black.
see this
it's Paul Rudd. Steve Zahn's in it. It's not meant to be a movie that we are sitting there and being like, yeah, this deserves every award, because not every movie. We need to remember that we can have fun at movies, and that's what that movie is to me. Looks like, anyways.
Yeah, because keep in mind, the movies people quote the most are the dumb comedies.
Oh yeah. Without it, like Anchorman 2, awful movie. But the number one thing I especially have been saying,
sharks ruin lives. I'm like, our families. Sharks ruin families.
I can't hear you. I'm blind. That's from Anchorman 2. Okay. And that's what I have been saying for months. And I always quote that for some reason. And again, terrible movie, but my number 10, I put Thunderbolts here. I know you didn't like this one too much.
Thunderbolts is on my top 10 because I saw it.
It's on your top 10.
Yeah.
It is?
6.
Yeah. Oh. Well, surprise, you're number 6. All right, Thunderbolts is my number 10. I liked it. Let's talk. I really
you liked it more than me, and it's
which is interesting. Yeah, I liked it more than you. That's why I guess I didn't see it on your top 10 for some reason. But I liked how they handled the mental health element. They went.
I didn't like how
Valentina.
Century is a ticking time bomb. That movie was
Agreed.
not resolved. They did not resolve that
I
movie.
don't think they resolved it at all either.
Main redeeming quality was Val.
I loved Val, and I really liked that we got to spend time healing with Florence Pugh's Yelena. I think there was a lot of healing in that movie for her.
I only watched it
and
once.
I would have liked to have seen Bucky be a little bit more politician, I guess, but they breezed past through his political career real quick. That's a big complaint of mine. So going into our number 9, we both have horror movies. Mine is Weapons.
I haven't seen that
love
yet.
that movie. It's on HBO Max.
I heard it's fantastic. I know. I just haven't watched it.
Great. It is such a weird movie, but Aunt Gladys, she is terrifying, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil it. It's a very good movie. Josh Brolin's in it. Oh my God. I just blanked on her name, but she was the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four.
I know who you're talking about. She's
she's in it, and Benedict Wong was in it as well. It's got a stacked cast, great cast.
Dude, you got
Alden
Thanos,
Ehrenreich was in it too,
and the Sorcerer Supreme,
and Han Solo, and also freaking Obadiah Stane's son is Alden Ehrenreich, aka Han Solo. He's in this movie from Ironheart because
that's right. He's in the MCU too now.
Great movie, saw it in theaters, loved it. So what is your number 9?
I have Black Phone too, because I
You
liked
do?
it, and I saw it.
Black Phone too. I love that movie. I put that one actually as my number 6.
I expected, and I watched Black Phone 1 like
movies.
literally right before I went to the theater to see 2, and it was enjoyable.
I loved Black Phone too.
We did a whole episode on it.
We did. I thought it was a great, worthy. It's my number 6, like I said. So your number 6 was Thunderbolts. Mine was Black Phone too. I thought they did a really good job, making it more supernatural-esque, and I thought. Ethan Hawke is just so good as that creepy character. And the kid who played How to Train Your Dragon, which I forgot came out this year, he was in it. And I thought he did a great job.
I didn't forget because Logan got every single
He even got the mask. I saw the
imaginable for Christmas. Yeah.
Did he get the Lego set?
He got, I think, some Legos.
I guess he didn't get everything imaginable.
He needs my help with the Legos. And Legos, to me, it's like, you don't understand. Legos do to me the opposite of what they do to you. They relax you. They stress me the F out.
All right. Then what you should do is Legos. If you get him them, save it to when I come visit, and then I'll build it.
You were there and they were trying to do that advent calendar. I guess Oliver.
I know. I sat down to start to build it.
He still has 4 days in the advent calendar he didn't finish. And my dad's like, "Oh, what was day 24?" Because my dad got it for him. And I'm like, I don't know.
Great question. I have no idea. Well, so what was your number 8?
My number 8 was Sinners. So I really liked Sinners. I will say, I only saw 10 movies this year. They were all really good.
I'm not putting where I put Sinners on my list. I have it on my list.
So the cinematography I felt like in Sinners was really cool, like doing the dance scene and everything like that. I had no idea what it was going in. And so I had in my head, I thought it was going to be like Robert Johnson and the whole sell your soul.
You thought you're getting a period piece?
No, it is a period piece though.
I mean, no, it is. A lot of people I saw didn't know that. I went in thinking it was pure vampire movie. A lot of people went.
See, I had no clue that
it wasn't vampire. Yeah, see, we're the opposite. I knew it was vampires, but I was surprised that so much of it to start with was not centered around.
See, when the guy comes in at the beginning, and I don't want to ruin it at all.
No.
But
God, this movie is amazing.
I knew it had to do with music, and I knew there was a supernatural element going on. And so there's an episode of Supernatural where they're talking about crossroads demons, and they mention Robert Johnson, who is a real person with real music who talks about selling his soul in a crossroads demon. I thought that was I was like, wow, that's a really cool concept. I would love to see that story. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a movie out there somewhere, but if there's not, somebody should make one because that'd be really cool. So I was kind of expecting that. So when it was vampires, I was like, oh. But it was I still very much so enjoyed it. But I thought that would have been cooler because it would have been more relevant to the music.
Oh, yeah. Well, the music.
I thought the guy with the really deep voice, I'm like, maybe he's Robert Johnson. He's not.
No. Oh, God. Oh, man. The 2 big musical pieces in this movie were amazing. We get the Irish dance scene, and then
that was really cool.
The blues, at the juke joint, which, God dang that.
Why I thought it was Robert Johnson, the blues.
So damn good, and his voice is so beautiful. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen watches that movie before he plays football because him and Haley Steinfeld are now expecting a kid, and I was like, this guy is locking her down after that movie.
And kudos to Michael B. Jordan for playing twins. He did a great job of making them each a little.
Well, Carrie, it's funny because Carrie's like, I didn't realize that he was both. She thought that they were actually twins. I was like, Carrie, what What are you talking about? What are you doing, man?
You could put what's the twins that they were both in Smallville, even though they're identical
Oh,
twins
yeah,
and they
yeah,
play
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah,
characters. Like
yeah.
they should play twins in a movie.
Silly,
Make it
silly.
easier for the CGI team or whatever.
It's true. My number 8 movie, I put Zootopia 2, man. I really liked Zootopia 2. I wasn't
I've
big
heard
on the
really
first
good things
movie.
about it.
I wasn't big on the first movie. I didn't really care about the first movie, but I absolutely love Zootopia 2. I thought it was funny. I loved the introduction of Gary the Snake. I loved what they were kind of going for in this more so too. You know, the bad guys are just being bad guys trying to take over more. And I thought it was really good. The kids really enjoyed it. Surprisingly, had a lot of fun with it. So it made my number 8 weird. Number 7 for me was a movie that you need to watch because I know you'll enjoy this. I know Josh will enjoy this. Good Fortune.
I'm just gonna make the list of all the movies we need to watch right now.
Yes. Good Fortune is amazing. It's got Keanu Reeves. It's got Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, which I had my issues because it's focused around Seth Rogen being a rich tech guy. Aziz Ansari is poor. They end up switching because, Keanu Reeves is an angel and really just wants to progress in his angel things and wants to do like a good deed. And so it's just a funny comedy. Granted, Aziz Ansari went on to the Saudi Arabia and did like the whole entire, stand-up comedy. So it's like he made this movie, but he didn't actually believe in anything that he made about this movie. Keanu Reeves is amazing. His angel in this movie is hilarious. It is a really good comedy. I saw it in theaters with Carrie. It was one of our like big anticipated movies and it lived up to the hype for me. So that is number 7.
My number 7 is Screamboat.
Okay, but that movie had no business. I'm surprised a B-rated horror movie like this made it that high on your list.
Okay, I will say, I'm not picking these based on quality. I'm not breaking these down and being like, it gets this many points for, the score and this many points for cinematography and this many points for the plot. I'm solely basing these on the level of enjoyment I personally received.
As you should. That is how, when we talk about your favorite movies of all time or movies that you enjoy, that's exactly right here why I tell everybody don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. Go in for yourself. Go in for yourself.
Beers, like an IPA is going to get rated different than a sour, no matter the quality.
Your tastes are different,
so
man.
This
was a movie I was supposed to watch.
I enjoyed it more than Thunderbolts. I probably should switch the two.
It's hilarious because
standards.
We were supposed to, it was playing at MegaCon and we ended up not because they had technical difficulties that we left. And I was like, dang, it was good. It didn't make my list, but damn, I love that movie has made it on your list.
And that one we also did an episode on. That was, it was a lot of fun. Can't wait for the sequel.
Yes. So we're going to go my number 5 first, only because my number 4 is the same as your number 5. So we'll talk about that. But my number 5 was the Predator movie, that Predator Badlands that came out. It's got Elle Fanning, and it might actually be my favorite entry into the Predator universe. It was pure science fiction action. Amazing. They created, I forgot the actor's name off the top of my head. I apologize. He's amazing. He had to learn this language, which is Yacha language, and he can still speak it in interviews, which is great. And so she obviously is, a bot synthetic from the Weyland-Yutani Corps. They're going there for the same reason. This movie is beautifully done action wise. I thought it was so sick, and it kind of follows up on, like Predator, Killer of Killers, which was this year, I believe. And it kind of has revitalized what Alien has been doing is revitalizing its property. And I think Predator Badlands and what they're doing there with Dan Trachtenberg, they're revitalizing it big time. And so it's a must. I absolutely love that movie. So your number 5 is the same as my number 4. So why don't you give your number 5?
We skipped number 6, which mine was Thunderbolts.
Well, we talked about number 6.
We talked, yeah.
I said number 6 is Black Phone. So we've already talked about that.
My number 5 is The Running Man. I will say, and actually what Chris, who's new to Nerd Initiative, I think the first article he did, he was talking about like Stephen King and what a great year he's having. And he could not be more correct because like The Running Man and The Long Walk were like some of the best Stephen King adaptations. I mean, obviously you have Shawshank and Green Mile and there's some phenomenal ones, but there's a lot of duds out there too. Yeah. Like Carrie, I don't think has ever been properly done. I'm hoping Mike Flanagan can do it.
I was going to say they have the TV show come in sometime soon. I think maybe I don't know when it comes out, maybe next year because they're done filming.
Maybe we can put that on most
We'll have to
anticipated.
take a look. But no, I liked The Running Man a lot. I loved Glenn Powell in this movie. He was excellent. I really love Glenn Powell anyways, but him and what's his name? Why am I blanking? He played in
Josh
Guardians of the
Brolin?
Galaxy. No, not Josh. Well, Josh Brolin's veneers distracted the hell out of me, but
Oh, the other
yeah, he was the mask
Guardians?
guy. He was oh my god, me and names today, guys. Yes,
Maybe
he
we're
was.
thinking of different people. I'm
No,
thinking
he's
of
the
the
main
guy that
bad
was
guy who fights in
in
the plane.
Fear the Walking Dead. Oh, yeah, we're thinking of different people. I'm
Jeez.
thinking of the guy that's like the host of the show, which I
Oh,
mainly know
that
him
is
from Fear the
Coleman
Walking Dead.
Domingo. Yes, Coleman Domingo he was the host. He was awesome. But I'm thinking, don't worry, I'm gonna get it. I'm getting you right here.
Well,
It
actually, okay.
is.
No,
It's
go.
Lee
You're good.
Pace. I'm thinking Lee Pace. Lee Pace is
Oh.
awesome. He played in Guardians as the main bad guy, Ronan, the accuser.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did
he's
not
excellent.
realize
He's
that.
in
He
Pushing
looks
Daisies
much
and stuff too.
different when
Yeah.
he's painted blue.
Yes, he was in this movie. I thought he was great too, and I really enjoyed the movie. It's a great action film. It kind of like action movies are fun, man, and this also not only kind of gives me like, oh god, this is what we could be heading into, but I thought it was really good at it. I need to watch the original Running Man again with Arnold to
Do you
compare this.
know?
I think that's something we
You
should
want to do
definitely
that to
do.
yourself?
I think we
So
should
I
do that.
read the book right after watching the movie, and they actually do a pretty good job of like scene to scene. Like you can
Mhm.
follow it along, but they do it great because in the book it's the year 2025, and
Right.
obviously in
That's
this they
depressing.
never do
That's
a set.
scary.
They never say what year it is. Yeah, but it's
Well,
also
yeah,
interesting the things I like the changes they made in the movie versus the book. The ending is
right.
different, so you don't know
The
what to
ending is
expect.
different. Yes, I do enjoy that.
And my number 4 is actually The Long Walk, and
Ooh,
that book
okay.
too, the ending was different, and I felt
I
both of those
was
were really good at following the story, but adapting it,
They made
fixing
changes.
the holes or, like, the time passing things, I thought they did a good job of that, and then switching up the ending so that the reader was just as surprised as somebody who hadn't read the book. So, yeah.
So, fun fact, The Long Walk is my number 3 because I
What?
loved what they did in this movie
Whoa.
too. Like,
You don't have
uh,
Fantastic Four or Captain America
I'm
on
gonna
your
get
list?
to Fantastic Four. Don't worry.
What about Cap?
No,
Brave New
we'll
World?
talk. Okay, first of all, I just want to say
Holy
Cooper Hoffman as
shnikes.
Raymond Garrity was great, but David Johnson, he was also in the Alien movie that came out recently. Absolutely incredible actor. Cannot get enough of him as an actor, David Johnson. And so they do. I've noticed because The Mist, they also changed the ending of The Mist. So they love
I feel like
adapting
both the
Stephen
endings suck
King's. Well,
for The
Stephen King.
Mist.
I don't know if oh God, one's very depressing, and then but they love adapting Stephen King, but changing the endings up to where it works better than the book. And
Which
so
is
the ending, it's hilarious.
it's a fantastic idea though, because I felt like the Long Walk ending was a good ending in the
Yes.
book, and then the movie I was like, because I'm waiting for that to happen. But I mean,
I haven't read the book, so I
think
didn't know how this would end, and it
right.
truly
I think
shocked
it's
me.
the
I was like, "What?"
perfect adaptation. Yeah, I was shocked at
It's
the end.
Carrie and I left that movie depressed. It's not an uplift. Like there is
It's
nothing.
such a good movie though.
It was
It is a
so
little
well done.
uplifting though,
And
because
shout
it
out
shows how strangers can come together like that, and
No,
like
yes. And Taniel from Welcome to Derry, the kid
yeah, the Native American
he's
kid.
also in The Long Walk, and he meets the same demise by the same people. And so it's like, oh my God, this poor guy. Like, good for him,
So
but
I think it was Nerdist or Screen Rant, one of the two posted something that they're saying that The Mist is connected to Welcome to Derry because you had that mist in the finale. I don't want to say anything else
no,
about Welcome to
it's
Derry, so
not
everybody
because
needs
the
to go
mist
watch
was
it.
like government. No way. I'm not buying that because what I took from
But the government is involved with what's going
okay,
on.
but
I like all the theories
no.
going around that all the Stephen King movies are
The
connected.
mist came up because there was no monsters other than Pennywise. I took it as Pennywise created that frozen mist because the mist doesn't freeze everything like it did in Welcome to Derry. Because Welcome to Derry, the mist turned the lake and river frozen,
Well,
so
let's
he
not
can
go too much.
cross.
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
Let's stop.
yeah, I'm not saying I don't think that's accurate, but I don't have
It's fun to
Fantastic
think about.
Four in my top 10 because I liked it, but it wasn't a very good movie. It's not a movie I'm
Better
compelled to
than
watch again.
Thunderbolts.
I disagree. But I do love Captain America: Brave New World. I thought Captain America:
So why
Brave New
isn't
World.
that on here?
It's not my top 10 because it's not a
Why?
top 10 movie of the year for me.
I loved Captain America.
If
Brave New
anything,
World.
Captain America: Brave New World's a number 11 film to me, and I loved it. I enjoyed Fantastic
I really
Four,
enjoyed that.
but I didn't love it, and I don't feel compelled to watch it again yet. I will, but if I see it, I'm just like, meh. I don't feel any. It just was.
Maybe I really liked it because I'm a mom. Because I
Maybe I'm
felt
the
like
problem.
you saw true strength in Sue Storm, like with her being a mom was very relevant to the
Well,
whole plot line.
go
So I
into
feel
this
like it
because
was
this is your
something
number
I
3
could
movie.
relate to. Yeah. So Fantastic Four is my number 3. Again, only saw 10 movies this year, but I
Jeez, I
liked
gotta
what
get
they did
you
with
out
Sue
more.
Storm. I really liked that they showed her strength in it, and
I thought she was great. I thought the cast was great. Don't get me wrong. Johnny Storm was awesome. Ben Grimm was great. I thought the cast was great. There was just something was
I mean,
missing.
in
I
ranking
don't know.
MCU movies, it would probably be lower.
It's not Iron Man 3, that's for sure.
Oh no, it's better than Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 2.
Oh my God. Well, yes, I'll give you that. I will say that.
But
God, we're
it
gonna have to
wouldn't be in
re-rank
my.
our Avengers
I
movie. Or
I don't
God,
even know that I can mentally do that
we're
at
gonna
this
have to
point
at
in my
some
life.
point re-rank those because we got to do.
I can't. I don't think
I don't want to
can.
do that anytime soon. I don't have the brain power, but
So yeah.
yeah.
But then
What was
my
your
number
2 movie
2,
then?
Captain America, Brave New
You
World.
really enjoyed this one.
I did really like this
Too
one.
many
Yes.
people hated on it. I
They
did not.
brought back Liv Tyler. They finally answered that. We got to.
Did
I
they?
liked
Well, I
Sam
guess they did.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I liked Sam Wilson as Cap. I thought the new
Isaiah
Falcon.
Bradley was awesome.
I mean, the new Falcon's a Heat fan and a University of Miami
my
fan,
God.
so that was
Mike.
fantastic.
It
There
was
was
emotional because they had to lean into what they did to Isaiah Bradley's character, which was
I
sad.
loved Isaiah Bradley's scenes were phenomenal. Best parts
It
of
was
the movie was him
amazing, and
talking about
it's
stuff.
very
Oh,
sad,
so
like, what
good.
the government did to him, and then, there was that whole, like, why do you keep fighting for them? They won't accept you with Captain America, and I thought his suit was great. I thought, I know that there was a little bit too much CGI in the final
Much better than
fight,
in Captain
but
America and
Red Hulk
Winter
was
Soldier.
cool, and they brought back, Mr. Oh God, why am I blanking? Oh my God, what is my problem?
Mr.
Tim
Blue.
Nelson character, yes. Tim Nelson came out and he was a pretty decent villain. I liked what they did there because he was very upset.
Again, they didn't forget about him. They finally, I felt like, made the Edward Norton movie canon to the MCU. They've always told us it was.
They finally acknowledged that damn movie, and that is probably they didn't. So they kind of acknowledged it with She-Hulk, obviously because Abomination, but they brought it to the forefront.
Well, and we've always had what's his face? Harrison Ford, but it wasn't Harrison Ford.
I mean, yeah, it was William Hurt, who unfortunately
he's been the
away.
only consistent person I feel like throughout the MCU that was in that movie, because especially because recasting Hulk, it's hard to get lost. Like those are two very different actors.
I do wonder if we're going to see Red Hulk again at any point because Harrison Ford's really old. So
He's
what are they going to do? Well, I know, but like, what are they going to do considering Red Hulk? He's still a big character. He was the president, who's not now. And what is going to happen with the Red Hulk character, being that Harrison Ford's like 90 years old and time is.
I mean, they could easily have him pass away in his sleep, kind of thing.
They could. I don't want that to be how his story ends, but that's just selfish.
I feel like his story did kind of end. I feel like they wrapped up his story.
I want Betty back in person, though. Please,
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
bring Betty back in person. Liv Tyler, please come back. Bring her back. But my number 2 movie was Sinners, man. I love. I saw it 3 times in the theaters, for God's sake.
Cheese and rice, dude.
It should win just about every damn award. It was amazing. I was so blown away at the story. Was amazing. The score with the music was so well done. And yeah, like it, I do enjoy. It was not a zombie movie, a vampire movie, but I thought it was clever and how it was deeply rooted in very accurate lore with the blues, with Mississippi back in that time period. And, the way that they had to live in these cultures, like the Irish culture, which was very much came across, and they were, paddy wagons, for example, right in Massachusetts. So like the south end,
you had because it's Prohibition era.
South end of Boston is Irish, north end is Italian, so that's always been like a thing. And then just the way all of the races, and then I won't spoil Sinner, but there was a really satisfying scenes, and Michael B. Jordan played 2 characters so well, and Haley Steinfeld played her role extraordinary. Everybody, that whole cast acted their asses off. I cannot gush enough about it. But we have the same number 1 movie.
We do, because we're punk rockers.
Probably the first time ever. It's Superman. Superman was the number 1 movie.
I think last year wasn't Deadpool and Wolverine for both of us.
I'd have to go back and look at the tape because I don't remember actually. Maybe it was.
All right,
but for now, I'm saying like the first time ever, we like our favorite thing is the same thing. All right, And so what was it about Superman that really connected for you?
What wasn't it?
It was amazing.
I loved it. I just thought that they humanized him in such a great way, and they villainized Lex Luthor in such a great way that it like gave hope, but it was like, I don't want to say realistic because it's still Superman, but they made it campy but not campy at the same time. It was like they made it a comic book movie, but it was still grounded and it was still good. And I cannot wait to see the counterpoint of Supergirl, because she's such like I have no fucks to give. Like, I saw Krypton explode, like you didn't. Like, she's traumatized, and he doesn't have the same trauma as she did, but so his heart is almost like pure and innocent. And I loved the going back to the farm and seeing like his parents with him. And that end scene was like, it was just very emotional. It was really good.
It was, it really brought him to like a human level, and you really sympathized with him. And I thought David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan played it amazingly. I loved Jimmy Olsen, Mr. Terrific. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. He stole the show absolutely in the Justice Gang. And we got Guy Gardner, which should never have worked in live action, but Nathan Fillion did it, and Hawk Girl, and the Lex Luthor we got was an incredible Lex Luthor, my favorite iteration of Lex Luthor ever. I know I never really got into Smallville, so sorry anybody out there listening to that, but it was just amazing, and it felt good. I've seen it 3 or 4 times, and every time I watch it, I like it more, which is rare for me. I almost feel like, because it's very rare for me to rewatch a movie like that and like it and find something new and hit on some emotional level the next time I watch it. Yeah, and Crypto was great. So,
well, and I like Michael Rosenbaum as Lex in Smallville, but that is all Clark Lex. That's not Superman.
Yeah, it's not Superman's Lex, different. Right?
So I feel like I feel like you can safely say that and not be bashing Smallville.
And it was just the soundtrack, of course, as James Gunn, was amazing. And it's a great way to really launch this DC universe that we're getting. And it really
Peacemaker,
you kept Peacemaker, and they're tying it together, but they did it in a way that it wasn't it was an origin story without being an origin story almost again at the same time. And
I know he like retconned it, but like,
and it was great. God, it was so good. It was so good.
Kudos to him. He literally got to pick and choose what he wanted to keep, and he did it.
Yes. It just beautiful. So please go check that out. And then we're going to wrap everything up by talking about our favorite comic books of 2025.
So we can do this quick. Yes. I don't,
it's not going to be long.
Hearing us deep dive into comics. And then I'm just going to wrap up with some nods to my favorites that we did this year. But one of them I see we both have is Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. That was only 3 issues. It was really cool because
Charles Soule did it very well.
It's old man Daredevil basically, and he doesn't really have his powers. His powers get reignited. So that I really, really enjoyed that. I thought it was cool. The art was very dark. And it was a dark
story. It doesn't end on a happy note. It was very depressing at the end, but it again, was basically an old man Logan, Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, but with Daredevil by this one is Charles Soule. And I thought he did a great job, and it was very sad at the same time, but we do have some, I love that we do have some differing things. So I do have another Marvel, which Predator Kills the Marvel Universe by Benjamin Percy. I love this mashup. It's ongoing right now. But the next issue, actually issue 5 or 6, comes out this coming week. And Benjamin Percy just is having so much fun with this Predator versus Black Panther versus Spider-Man, versus Wolverine, that I love it.
Fans all over the place.
He's doing so well, and he's adding depth to like the Predator universe while also making them terrifying foes against the X-Men and all these other characters in the Marvel universe, that it's so freaking good. So that one's on there with Daredevil. And I do want to go ahead.
I was going to say, I have Deadpool and Wolverine written by Benjamin Percy, only like 5 issues, but he's also fantastic at writing Deadpool and Wolverine together and separate and combining them. So,
yes, he's so good. And I want to do a Dark Horse comic now with Kill All the Mortals, Zach Kaplan, Tiago Roca, Hassan Osman Elhau. It's John Wick in succession. They're Immortal Vikings, and there's the next part is out now, 2 issues out now for that. And it's so good. It's violent, it's bloody, but it's also very good with Frey. And they are navigating her family, who is Vikings, and they're immortals, and she hates her family, but very, very good on that one. I love that. What is one that you would like to shout out?
I'll stick with Dark Horse. Minor Threats, obviously that universe
Mm,
keeps growing and has been fantastic. This year we got the
yeah.
Welcome to Twilight anthology, which I loved. And then Archie versus Minor Threats is still ongoing. We got another issue coming out this week.
There's two
That's
minor
so
threats,
good.
right?
Like, yeah. So there's Archie versus Minor Threats, and there's also Minor Threats, The Last Devil Left Alive. But
Mm,
Archie versus Minor Threats has done such a good job because like everybody knows Archie, whether you know him or not, but I'd never read
yeah.
his comics, and he's so wholesome, and they've done such a fantastic job of combining. Like the Minor Threats universe is not a comic book for kids. They say dirty things, they have
I do.
innuendos in there. They're straight up murder people. Like there's no, it's not PG. And so seeing these characters in the same world together, they've done a really good job. And it's also like the art in all the Minor Threats comic books is phenomenal, but they've like upped the art because you have these bright colored, wholesome, Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Archie and Jughead combined with these dark, gritty
Yeah. Well, they
characters.
did Archie and Jay and Silent Bob, which was another one this year, and it was funny to me because
That was funny, but it doesn't compare to
oh
this
no no no
because
no
that
by
was
no means,
just
yeah.
they're just shocking Archie the whole time. And he's like, oh my God, what's going on in that? Whereas in Archie versus Minor Threats, there's actually a storyline going on and they're thinking about
Yeah.
things and he's contemplating things. And then something happens halfway through that you're like, oh, this is getting a lot more fun now.
Yeah. And then I do want to go into some DC real quick. I do love the Zatanna All In run from DC's new All In World. Jamal Campbell. It was a about 5-issue mini run, but it was so good. The art and everything that Jamal Campbell did, the art, the colors, and the writing. I don't know how this guy did it, but it was amazing. I love Zatanna. She's one of my favorite DC characters. And then Sophie Campbell is doing Supergirl right now, ongoing for the DC All In universe. And it's each issue now, they're like 8 issues in. There's a new just life lesson involved in there, and it hits deeper than it should. And it's such a good comic book. She also does the art, but Tamara Bonvillain's involved as well. And it's just freaking amazing. Supergirl, this run is something that everybody should definitely be checking out. It's good for kids too. Like kids can read this. It's not dark or anything.
Supergirl, yes, for kids. Minor Threats, bad for kids.
Yes. And then I do have a couple ghost machines on there, man. I got Hyde Street on there because it's one of the best horror comics I've ever read. Jeff Johns, Brad Anderson and crew, and I think it's Ivan Reese. They're doing amazing work with Hyde Street.
Ooh,
and then
Ivan Reese is going to be a mega.
he will. And then I've got Redcoat. Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns, Brad Anderson, Rob Lay. Like Redcoat
Did you
is
catch up on Geiger?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, I need to catch up on Redcoat because
you got a Redcoat, I got a Geiger, but Redcoat, man, it's my favorite non-superhero story probably ever that I've read, and it's just so much fun. Of Simon,
I don't think
Pure.
Simon Pure is a superhero.
He kind of becoming one. I think coming across time, he's amazing. I cannot get enough of Redcoat. Oh my god, it's so good.
Well, there's a crossover coming.
There is. Well, go ahead and give us a couple of yours before I wrap up with my. I got a couple DC to wrap up.
So I have Rockefellers, which is Ghost Machine. I already talked about that earlier. Geiger is also up there, but I know Rockefellers has been my favorite from them. And the Lucky Devils. That's another Charles Soule. It's also Ryan Brown does the art. So this is going to be a 9. They did 8 Billion Genies, and so this one's going to be a 9-issue run. 6 comes out this week, and what that is there's these devils, and they're supposed to influence people to do bad things.
Are they lucky?
A little devil on your shoulder. Well, their luck's running out.
Uh-oh.
But the thing is, these two devils, they're a couple. They decide that they're going to influence people in a positive way. So like 1% of humans get a little devil, and that starts to cause chaos in hell. Things, earthquakes happen and everything because devils aren't supposed to do that. But they're doing that to move up in the chain of hell command.
Right.
And so it's kind of chaos ensues, and there's like moral ambiguity, and it's like their whole thing is like you have to get your humans to have influence over people and do bad things, and they're getting their humans to have influence over people and do good things, but then it's not altruistic though. It's to cause chaos. It's really good. It's really good. And the art's fantastic. Ryan Brown's hilarious. Also not a comic book for children. Like there's a club there, this recent issue, they're in hell, and they're at a club.
Oh yeah.
And the name of the club is called The Burning Sensation.
Nice. All right.
So it's very it's very inappropriate. So it's fantastic.
That was great. I haven't read it, but I definitely want to because I really enjoyed 8 Billion Genies, and it's a lot of the same vibe. We had a beer last week also that was Lucky Devils or 8 Billion Genies.
Can. Yeah, 8 Billion Genies. And my last one is X Factor. People slept on that. X Factor. It is a PG rated The Boys. It was great.
Interesting.
Marvel,
PG
X
rated The
Factor.
Boys. All
I don't know.
right.
Everybody slept on it. You shouldn't have slept on it. Go read it.
It's X-Men. I gotta get, you know how I feel about that.
It's not
Meanwhile, what
X-Men.
I think
X
you're sleeping on,
Factor.
Absolute Wonder Woman. I love
I am
that run.
sleeping on
Kelly
that. I should.
Thompson, Hayden
Maybe I'll get
Sherman,
that when
Jordi
it's in a.
Belair, Becca
Yeah.
Carey. I love what they're doing with Diana. I love Diana's character. And then my favorite comic of the year, it's Absolute Batman. Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, Frank Martin. Like,
I'm enjoying
it's
that, but I wouldn't say it's my
such
favorite.
I love it because I just like that we're getting different Batman, but it works and it's sold. God, it was the number one selling comic of this year. Like Absolute Universe, I want to say they sold over 8 billion units or 8 million units or something like that, which for comic books is
They
pretty
keep
unheard
going
of right
back
now.
to print.
It's on its 10th printing. I have
Yeah.
2 copies of the very first printing of issue 1 that if I wanted to sell could go for $400 or $500 a piece. Now I'm not going to do that, but just seeing where that's at and just what the Absolute Universe has done for comic books and the way it's really injected life into DC between that and their DC KO, which I'm enjoying as well. Scott Snyder, man, shout out to them. They've really done some incredible work. And I think we truly are, I say it all the time, are in this really great new golden age of comic books that we're going to look back on, and it revitalized the industry big time, in my opinion. Because it's not just DC, it's not just Marvel, it's Dark Horse, it's IDW with their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's Mad Cave doing some really great stuff, Dynamite, all
My
these
favorite
other
comics are the indies. Yeah.
I mean, Clover Press has Armored, for example, too, and like all of these smaller, not everything is superhero based, and it doesn't have to be. And I think people are really digging that. So as we do wrap up, why don't we, a couple of things that we had some favorites of this year. Why don't you, favorite podcasts that we did? I have some favorite moments that I can add in as well. So go ahead and tell us, what do we have?
Yeah, so I always find it interesting that our ones that seem to get the most views are actually the ones we don't prepare for. They're just the recaps of us BSing about,
Yes.
Daredevil or something, which maybe we should just focus on that. But these were some episodes
Didn't
that I
prepare.
really enjoyed working on and doing that I felt like didn't get the respect that a cop killer deserves. Although the Jeremy Adams interview did. So I've raved about that one. I love
That
talking to him
interview
about
was
Aquaman
amazing. Oh
and
my
Scooby
God,
Natural and his time on Super. Yeah, so that was my favorite interview of the year, if not ever, of our
We didn't do
podcast.
enough interviews. I feel like this was our least year of interviews, which isn't a bad thing, but I would love to get some more interviews going because I loved it.
We had a
Like
lot of
Austin,
issues just scheduling. It was just
it
hard.
was a
to
busy
schedule
year.
this
We had a
yeah.
busy year. Yeah, we did. But we did a lot of interviews at MegaCon, which I want to say that was my favorite, thing that we did this year was MegaCon. We got to hang out with Stephanie Phillips and Brian Azzarello. We had beers with them. Talked to Ben Percy, Sheridan, Jeremy Adams, which that makes me sad because he was such a great interview at the con. Audio didn't work for that one. But our panels were excellent even too.
Up for a fantastic interview recorded later.
Yes.
So I feel like meeting the people first and breaking the ice makes for a more comfortable interview.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards.
Without a doubt.
But yeah. But okay, so our Daredevil recap of everything, like we recapped
Love
all the Netflix
that
shows,
too,
all the MCU. Like I rewatched so much stuff to get ready for that, and I felt like we really did a good job of getting everybody ready for that. I mean, we even talked about his cameo in Echo. So that was one of my favorite ones. In May,
this was the year I really fell in love with Daredevil for whatever reason. This was the year like I found my Marvel guy that almost rivals how much I love Batman and Flash. Like Daredevil, I printed 2 helmets. Carrie got me a figure. She was trying to order her universe Daredevil hoodie, but something happened there and didn't have it or something. But Daredevil's like my freaking man. I love Daredevil. I can't.
He's awesome. I mean, it's worth living. But every May we do Star Wars month, and this year, episode 269, we did Life of Ahsoka. So I enjoyed going through that.
Life of a Showgirl, Life of Ahsoka.
Jedi, Life of Ahsoka. Yeah, okay. I cannot escape Taylor Swift. Every group chat I'm in turns into Taylor Swift or sports, and I blame Matt for all of it.
There is a common denominator there. I'm sorry.
Even the ones you're not in, though, turn into Taylor Swift. I'm like, what is happening? Anyways, Life of Ahsoka. We did Tales of the Jedi all the way to Ahsoka the show. We even talked about the book and went through her whole life. And I enjoyed mapping all that out because Star Wars is all over the place, not consistent chronologically. So I enjoyed doing that. And I look forward to doing that this May with some other characters. If there's a character you're confused about because they're always in and out, let us know and we can map out that. We can't get everything with comics and books, but we try. I also really enjoy doing our Marvel Zombie comic origin because we went into the first Marvel Zombies comic and I did not know how funny that crap was.
It was,
and so I really loved deep diving that. And then outside of our MegaCon interviews and our live recording at the comic shop, I really loved leading up to Superman. So our issues or our episodes 273 to 277, we talked TV shows, we watched the older movies, we researched fun facts, and I felt like we did a good job of that.
I do too. I really enjoyed getting to know the character more because I've never been a fan of Superman, but James Gunn, again, what they did with the Superman movie, like now you see DC books being sold in gas stations and people really
I'm at the Dollar Tree.
Well, exactly. Like what James Gunn also did with the Superman movie was the comic sales have gone up too because of that. And that's amazing to see a movie have that impact culturally on comic books. And so I love diving into those movies. I haven't watched a lot of them in a long time. So getting to talk about them, the comic books, the shows, it was a lot of fun for me personally as well. And then I want to add in there like GalaxyCon, getting to talk about some Daredevil Born Again with Megan from Vigilante Vibes and Nerd Initiative. That was a really good time too, because the three of us, we just sat there and we vibed and we talked about Daredevil. That was back from, I want to say March. So you can go back there. It's on our YouTube. If you even just look at our GalaxyCon playlist, I think it might even
we got a ton of stuff on there.
But stuff like that, I really enjoyed those. And we did
beers with Micah.
Yeah. It was fun. And we got to do that, but we really got to this year at the same time. We've met up a bunch. It seems like every other month we've been getting together, whether it's in Asheville or Orlando or whatever it is. It's been fun. We've had a lot more opportunities, and I can't wait to see what opportunities we do have coming up next year.
We'll be recording live from the Disney Destiny.
Yes. I can't. Oh, yeah. God.
Don't tell the kids.
Yeah. Josh, Carrie's not in a place she wants to talk about doing that yet, but I know she really wants to go. So I'm hoping we can do that this year. That's our big goal.
Gotta worry about flights too, which is
we'll figure it all out. Semantics. But yes, going to be a big year. We had a really good year. I know interview wise, we didn't do a lot, but I really feel like the podcast grew a bunch this year from all the opportunities that we've gotten to do and things that we've talked about and connections that we made, places that we've gone. And shout out to the Nerd Initiative, where we've really gotten to step into some things and grow and get opportunities through that. It was great. So next week, we are going to talk about our most anticipated movies and TV shows for the year 2026.
Big one for 2026 is pretty stacked.
Man, yes. The next 2 years are pretty stacked, actually, movie-wise. So let's hope we just make it there and the world doesn't blow up yet. Because I really, man, there's a lot of good movies coming out that I want to see. So I can't wait. We'll talk about that. Make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe, share. Let us know on social media, in our email, whatever it is. Shout out to our Patreons who have done just amazing supporting us this year at the same time. And let us know what you loved about this year, whether it's trips or vacations, or you saw something that you really liked that we didn't talk about, or maybe we did talk about it. Let us know. We will catch you guys next week with our look into 2026. And of course, we're probably going to talk Stranger Things as well in the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that. Cheers, everybody.